Dorothy Okello. I'm a registered engineer and also the president of the United Institute of Professional Engineers. I always liked playing with gadgets and all, and with computers, and so I think electrical seems quite in line with that. And also, I do like. Yes, I got registered actually 3 years ago, and it was a very interesting story because I had been a long-term strong member of UIPE. But in the early days, wrongly or rightly, the messaging was that, being in academia, I was not doing something practical, and therefore there was no need for me to register as a practicing engineer. So that's why there's a big lag between when I became a UIPE member to when I became a registered engineer. But thankfully that has changed. Number one, you can now register as a practicing engineer in academia and research, so that is one thing. And I think also secondly, our understanding of what it means to be a practicing engineer has also evolved. So research and development and prototyping, all those are actually as important in terms of the development of the field of engineering. I think the fundamental challenge as a female engineer is that you have to prove you are in the right place. And you might even go up to 3 a.m., when you're trying to figure out what's wrong and everything. Now picture that, and then you have a family you have to take care of. Even up to today, if a man is like, okay, I was at work up to 3 a.m., people are like, wow, okay, it's not good for your health, but people will understand. But if you say it as a lady, I was at work up to 3 a.m., people are going to wonder, who took care of the children? Who took care of your home, So all those dynamics which come into play. And I think that as women also, whether it's society or ourselves, we hold ourselves to such high standards. We want to be the perfect wife, the perfect mom, and the perfect engineer, and sometimes those spaces do clash. So I think that one of the challenges I find as a female engineer is that I have to be very, very cautious or very conscious about how I plan my work-life balance, because at the same time, and I tell my student this, if you go to site and all of you, maybe during industrial training or during the pupillage training as engineers, so you're all supposed to climb the pole so that everyone knows what to do. And then you go and you say, I can't climb because I'm a lady. Well, then that's experience that you are missing out of. So when it comes to climbing the ladder, your experience is, it has gaps. So there are things that you will have to go out of the box of what is expected as a lady and everything. And just remember that number one, when I'm at work, I'm an engineer. That's number one. I happen to be a woman, but when I'm at work, I am an engineer. And then I have to do what the engineers are expected to be doing. In several achievements that I'm really very thankful to God about. Of course, currently being the president of UIPE, that is a very, very major achievement that I take great pride in, because also I think it reflects on UIPE itself, because the majority of members in UIPE are male. So I think it reflects very positively on the organization that they are willing to look at men and women being capable, okay? Because for sure the majority of my voters were men. Yeah, so I give credit to that. I'm proud of the work that I do as a senior lecturer to get to that point, and I hope I will continue to grow also in that space, because, as a lecturer, we touch all the engineers you're seeing out here. They came through one university or another. So I'm very, very happy when I walk into places and, people, Dr. Dorothy, and, yeah, you really see that you have contributed to the country. Yes, and everything. And I teach some of them that when you take me out for lunch, but it's just very, very, very fulfilling to see people being so successful, and that you had a role in their life. And I remember one time actually, I was at a petrol station, and my battery was giving me some trouble. And the one thing is, because of the kids, I do not want to get stuck in traffic. So the moment, I get a little bit of trouble even with it, I just like replace, so that I don't get into any hassle. And so I'm here, and my student, one of my former students, came and found me there. So he's like, what are you doing? I said, my battery, it looks like it wants to start disturbing me. I was like, how much is it? I said, well, we were just starting the discussion. He said, I'm where I am because of you. Don't worry. So he talked with the, fuel attendants and everything. They put the battery in my car, and poof, there I was with the new battery and everything. I think that engineering is a great career, even for ladies. And for me, I look at it that engineering is the business of solving problems. And women, we are very, very great problem solvers, and we know how to solve problems even in times of scarcity. So we know how to, solve problems within available resources. But more to that, I think that they should have a passion for what they want to do. So if engineering is their thing, let them engage with people, even through their primary, secondary, and, just try to learn more about the field. And I think also that once you have taken the decision that you want to do engineering, or you want to become an engineer, you have to make peace with yourself that there are going to be pluses and minuses. So, for example, maybe I could spend more time with my kids, right? But because of the work I do not get to spend as much time as I would want to spend with them. I do not tell myself that makes me any less of a mother, because I don't. But what I do is that when we have the time together, I make sure it is quality time. So there will be different trade-offs that women may find themselves having to make because of being in an engineering career. Positive trade-offs, I mean. They should look at them and choose the best for them, and then accept the consequences which come with that.